Hi guys, Dorothy here, Professional Astrologer. Thanks for joining me here today. My forecast today is going to be about the full moon in Scorpio, which is on May 18th, but I'm going to start with May 13th and give you some insight into the whole week. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, guys, thank you for joining me here today. And remember, nhastrologer.com is where you can find me. I am a professional astrologer, and this is your weekly forecast. Today, I want to start with Monday, the 13th. That moon in Virgo has us focusing in on all of the details today, which is very important and really great energy for a Monday morning, especially if you're a Monday through Friday type of person at work. Gives us a lot of focus and determination that we can get a lot of things done. But we also have the sun making a trine aspect to Pluto today. And what that means is like we can feel really purposeful and very powerful, that we can accomplish a lot. All right, that's what we have going on for Monday, just in a nutshell. If you want to know a lot more, I have a written forecast on my blog, which is on my website, nhastrologer.com. The links will be right up there. So I want to move on to Tuesday. Tuesday, we do still have the moon in the sign of Virgo all the way until 2:50 p.m. East Coast time. And while the moon is moving through Virgo on Tuesday morning and making connections to all the other planets in the sky, we have more opportunities to figure out what is working and what isn't working. Focus on those details. If something is too difficult to do, put it aside for now. Work on the things that feel like they have a little more flow. When the moon does enter the sign of Libra in the middle of the afternoon, we'll have an opportunity to find a little more equilibrium and balance. Today we also have Venus and Mars in a sextile with each other. Now, what does that mean? For the non-astrologers, it's just they're connecting by math that we like to use in astrology. But the significant piece of this is that they are both at the very, very, very end of the zodiac signs they are in. This means on Tuesday, we'll feel a sense of urgency. They're at 29 degrees, Venus and Mars, and we feel like we have to get something off our chest. We have to say something. We have to do something. So the Virgo moon is going to be particular about what is being done and said, but this connection between Venus and Mars, where they're connecting in the sky, says we feel a sense of urgency. So something might just, at the drop of a hat, shift and change, because we always get to a culmination point, right? The moon is involved in here too, just before she goes into Libra. So all these 29 degrees throughout the day just say that things are culminating and coming to a head. Whatever that is for you, it will depend on where these planets are in your chart, all right? So I can't give you those details. That would be a personal session, which you know how to reach me if you want to do that. That link is also up there and in the end screens. So moving on to Wednesday, the 15th, this is when Venus enters Taurus. When planets change into new signs, it's significant. That's why we always like to talk about it, we astrologers, right? So Venus is entering her own sign of Taurus. What does this mean? This means we get to slow down, be more present, use all of our senses. If we're rushing around, we're not able to use all our senses. And this is what Venus in Taurus wants. Loves stuff, loves good food, loves good smells. All of those things around beauty and what you value is highlighted now that Venus is in the sign of Taurus for the next 3 weeks. That's that piece. We also have Mars entering the sign of Cancer. Mars is fire, wants to take action. Cancer is our emotions. Mars in Cancer, if we're not using our emotions properly, we can pop a top, if you will. Think of it like this. Mars is fire. You put fire to water. Cancer is water. What do you get? Boiling water. You get steam. Great for cooking veggies, great for cleaning, great for a lot of things if used in the proper amount. You don't let off any steam anywhere. The top will boil over and you have problems. So Mars is not really the fan. Yeah, he's not a fan necessarily of being in this sign, because this sign wants us to be emotional, and Mars is simply wants to take action. Moving on to Thursday, the 16th. Now, to me, the news of the day is that the moon enters Scorpio. This is the sign we have the full moon in on Saturday, the 18th. So the moon is in Scorpio, and also, like I just mentioned a minute ago, Mars is in Cancer. So these two guys are in each other's zodiac signs. So now that also adds to the intensity of our emotions. And we're just days out from having a full moon. Emotions are coming to the surface. Now, this doesn't mean everybody's walking around crying their eyes out or angry as all get out, but you will recognize there's a lot more emotion going on around you and even maybe building up within you. Again, it depends on where you hold your Scorpio, so where this full moon is going to be, that will illuminate what you really need to bring to the surface so you can transform and change this, because those are all the keywords for Scorpio: transform and change. So on Thursday, and then for the next few days while the moon is in Scorpio, and also cooperating with Mars in Cancer, allow and honor those deep feelings that you have to come up, and work with them so you can finally release things that are not working for you. And these will be really deep-seated emotional processes, deep-seated emotional things. So allow them to come to the surface. And this is what we have going on all Thursday evening, and into Friday. There's more details with the moon and Venus and the moon and Uranus, but that's on my written forecast, so please go read that on my website. All right, so let's move on to Saturday, which is the 18th, and that is the full moon in the sign of Scorpio. Now, East Coast time, that happens at 5:11 p.m., but we have some news before that. So before that, we have Venus in Taurus. I already talked about her, how she loves her stability, her stuff around her. She wants to take her time and really enjoy and use all her senses for everything. She is going hand in hand. She's conjunct with Uranus today. So this actually creates sudden changes in what we feel is solid and stable. Or it is something so unique and so different comes into your awareness or into your environment that it can do nothing but help you to change and grow. Uranus, that great awakener, wants us to get out of our comfort zones. Taurus does not. Taurus wants to stay there. So you can tell there is some opposing energy here. So something may shift today that's very important for you, for me, or maybe not. Maybe we'll see it somewhere else. Maybe we'll see it within somebody else. It doesn't have to mean every single one of us goes through a change, but it can impact you if it's part of you, or if you want to just stay in that neutral space, then it doesn't have to impact you at all, but we can be aware of the changes that are going on around us. That's what happens at the same time, simultaneously, I was trying to say, as that moon in the sign of Scorpio, that full moon in Scorpio. Most intense placement for the moon is deep, intense emotional feelings that are coming from our depths. That Scorpio is all about transformation, but really deep, permanent transformation. It's not like just a quick changeover. It's something goes on for us in wherever this happens to be in your astrology chart. Whatever house will give you more details, brings up the deepest changes that we can manage at this point in our own personal evolution. And so that's what we have going on with Venus conjunct Uranus on Saturday and the full moon in Scorpio on Saturday. Sunday, the moon moves into the sign of Sagittarius. It did in the middle of the night, and so that helps us to feel a little more active, and we're able to process everything that may have gone on Friday, Saturday, with all of those other intense interactions that we have going on. All right. Thank you for watching. Blessings. Namaste.